Hey, VAR has been in the news, the headlines all over this weekend, and talk of every single game, VAR has been present.
VAR has been present not just today, it's been present for quite a number of years, ever since its inception.
But this weekend has been the
Yeah,
biggest talking
it's
point.
out,
It's
it's
taken
out
away the
normal.
shine of all of the games from London to Manchester to Tyneside. But let's start at London. Chelsea and West Ham. Were West Ham robbed of a point?
Okay, if I say they are robbed or they are not robbed, it might be based on my point of view, but I would say I can defend that they were robbed because there had been incidences like that a goalkeeper actually went down, not necessarily because of a very strong impact. In fact, there had been impacts which have even been.
Well, I even felt Bowen didn't have so much contact
Yes,
with
yes.
Mendy.
There had been ones that I remember there was a goal De Gea conceded some years
Yeah,
back.
that was last season against Arsenal.
Yes, and there was a serious collision, but then
It was given.
Yes, but this one, I don't know if it was, and you see, you can also base this based on your discretion. It's based on what the referees also think. What about the medics? What if they say that there was indeed an injury? What are you going to say?
But then it brings us to that particular point where we asked the question. It was brought in to eschew a lot of controversies.
Yes.
But has it added human error or is it technological error that is causing all of these controversies?
You see, whenever we are talking about such things, we should talk about both sides of the coin. We should talk about its positive impact and its negative repercussions.
So
and positively,
it's been in the news for negative reasons.
Yes, I think it's one of those discrepancies. It's one of those days.
Is it human error that's causing it or technological?
Of course, VAR is operated by machines. The VAR doesn't make the decision. It gives the referee its view, and the referee makes the decision based on the VAR view. So, irrespective of the fact that there is a technological input, the referee's discretion still counts.
And what I feel is more of technology because more often than not, it has to be the angles that are shown.
And you see, these angles are based on, there is someone operating. That's why I always bring that one in.
You want to hold on the human
Yes,
error.
it's more like, of course, the camera shows it to you. The camera doesn't make the decision. It's the person behind.
To be fair, I think I may have to agree because you look at that particular incident at Villa Park.
Yeah.
He was in a hurry to raise the flag. They've been told to keep the flag down, time without number.
And they've also been told that if they deem it that it is an offside, they should raise it up.
Yeah, but VR watched it.
Uh-huh.
Lee Mason, I think, was the one in the VR booth for that particular game.
Uh-huh.
He watched it. Coutinho was no way offside. He still allowed it. That's pure human error.
So
we can't blame technology on that score.
That was what I was telling you, that although VAR is the technology that's supposed to give you a closer look at the whole thing, the final decision comes to the referee. And like I said, the linesmen have been told to raise their flag if they see anything. Then if the thing is deemed not based on what the linesman said, then it will be corrected. But this is the case after that there was a review. The referee had a chance. He could have watched it, checked it, and made a decision.
He didn't actually even call him to watch.
He didn't. Like I told you, there is someone behind the VAR. It doesn't make decisions.
Well, but if you look at Old Trafford, there was that incident. Arsenal could have been ahead. It could have been a different story.
Yeah.
Was that push really worth a
for
foul?
that I'm being very objective here. It was an offside any day. It was an offside. One, it was a tackle from behind. Two, there was
a foul, you mean?
Yeah, there was a foul from behind. There was an arm, there was a leg, and he didn't even get the ball. And this one, you might bring on sentiment probably because it is not your team. But take away all sentiment. There was a foul. And like the whole thing, the referee decided to let the game flow. Imagine there was no VAR. United would have thought they were robbed. But I don't think the Arsenal fans would really see this as an opportunity that has been sponged. Because if they really look at it with an objective eye, they will get to know that.
So on this particular score, you think VAR scored 4 marks?
Of course, for this VAR was
I don't want to be the devil's advocate, but just before we go, I've looked through at the incidents that have come through. VAR has been at the center of it. You look at Manchester City versus Aston Villa, the decision went in favor of Manchester City. Chelsea, West Ham, the decision went in favor of Chelsea. Liverpool versus Everton, Van Dijk should have been sent off.
Yeah.
Because that was a reckless challenge.
Of course.
But VAR opted not to go even to recommend for the referee to watch. Decision went in favor of Liverpool because if it had been 10 men against 11, it would have been a different story. Is there a conspiracy that the VAR is actually supporting the big teams?
You are trying to say that Arsenal is a small team because in this case too, Martinelli also.
Well, probably the
You are
Arsenal
trying to
fans
say Arsenal is a small
may
team,
not
but
agree.
that's just by the way. But trying to go by this, you are making a mistake saying that the VAR allowed it. I keep on telling you that VAR reviews the thing. It is the human being, the referee, or the VAR.
I think we've agreed human error much as opposed to
And
technology.
I want you to still establish the fact that VAR does not make the decisions. It's not like the World Cup that we have the automatic offside.
Yeah.
This one, it's more like you are watching the thing and you make your decisions based on what you watch. So it is not like the VAR is supporting. Of course, I want to just establish that fact. It is the decisions made based on the VAR, but I think this is a conspiracy theory. It's rather unfortunate that it's probability. You do the odds, and it's all. But like I said, if you use that, you're trying to say the Arsenal is a small team. But
On my own score, I don't think the game has become better with VAR.
I think I would want to side with you in one step. That is, for every game. You see, the human error is what makes football very beautiful. But nonetheless, there are a lot of, I always say that there are a lot of rules that were not in football that were brought in. And until they were when they were brought in at first, we saw it as issue like the introduction of a penalty kick. Until the 70s, there was no penalty kick. When it was brought in, we saw it as it's a problem, it doesn't give undue advantage. But we've come to accept it.
So we've got to accept
Of course.
VAR.
So from 2018, VAR came in, and I think we should give it time. We should give it time. It has really saved a whole lot of issues. We should talk about that. The errors, of course, is rather unfortunate. It happens in high-profile games, but I think we'll have to live with it as time goes on.
Well, since we've got to live with VAR, we've also got to say we are shooting live from Art Focus Studios in Anaji Takoradi, Ghana, and they're giving us a wonderful ambience today. Remember to subscribe. It's Sports 101. My name is David Afol, and
My name is Percy.